Welcome back, artistic family. Today I'm doing something a bit different. It's all about blending and layering. So I'm doing 3 abstract acrylic paintings, and I'll be doing 3 different pours. A Dutch pour, a marble, and a pearl pour. All using the same size canvas with satin enamel, silver, gold, and black. So here I'm just doing the layering. This is a pretty basic Dutch pour, and I won't be doing any blowout. It is an actual Dutch pour. And I'm starting here in the center because I know the direction I want to go. I want to blow up there in the corner and then come back to the other corner with white negative space. And again, I'm giving time for the paint to pool in the center and stretch out, and then blow in the areas where I want to refine the design. And this turned out absolutely stunning, guys. I'm actually starting to work on paintings for prints, and this is actually going to be a print. So when you see the close-up, you'll see me really enlarge it in the picture, and that's just to give you an idea of what it would look like. But it will be quite large and not square, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing a marble pour. And again, the satin enamel's going down in the center, but more in a linear rather than in a puddle. And for this blending and layering technique, instead of again blowing the paint over as I did in the Dutch pour, you will see here in a moment that I'll be blowing up vertically and kind of angling my blow dryer down. And again, back dragging it to blend and build depth as I do that. And you can see that happening as I'm doing it. And then again, refining the design by adding more paint and blowing that as well. So I'm just finding that a lot of these techniques work really well, and because my direction now for the new year and moving forward is to create a lot more intricate artwork with a lot more detail and interest, hence depth and building layers. I just love using the blow dryer to do that, and it's quite a quick way to do it, and it's a lot different than what you would do using a paintbrush, but this is very effective. So here I'm just going to go back and forth with my nozzle extremely close to the canvas, and what this does is creates a lot of different patterns, and I'm pushing the paint from the center and then pushing it back in areas, and then again adding the satin enamel because this is where I want the centerpiece to be, or the focal point I should say. So if I didn't do the blending the way I did, that white would not be present, and you'll see that in the finished result. It would just all get all muddy and blend, and I'd have one great big charcoal piece. But you'll see here coming up in the close-up that it all blended perfectly. You can see the layers underneath, and I absolutely love it. Again, I love using neutral colors for my marble pours because I like them to be very realistic, and this turned out beautiful. And you'll see here all the nice lines, very faint and subtle striations and the patterns that you see in marble. And that turned out perfect. Now here, what I'm doing is pouring over the marble pour with extremely, as you guys can see, thin paint. You're probably thinking, oh my God. But what I did was I poured water on top of the black paint in the cup and didn't stir it. And you'll see why as I continue to keep blowing. So you'll see the water loosely just laying underneath the paint, and I want that, and I'm allowing the paint to settle, and you'll see that in a second here when I stop blowing, so that the paint pools back into the center as it is here. And then it also allows me to see the direction on where I want to blow and where I want more blending. So I continue to do this process until I get the desired result, and it works great. So again, it's just another layering and blending technique that you can use with your blow dryer to build as you're creating your abstract art. Now right here, you're going to see me start to do what I call a back drag. So instead of just blowing the paint over, you can see that I'm pushing the hairdryer down. So I'm pushing the paint into itself and back dragging it. So again, that helps to build depth and in the layers, and it helps blend. And you can see in areas where it's really strong and black and I have charcoal in others, it looks like bronze in other places. And then now I'm creating the focal point, which of course is diagonal, and I'm blowing into the paint and again back dragging it and then blowing over. And again, all of this creates layers and depth and is a great way to blend your paint. And as you're seeing it, as I'm talking, you can see that happening. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to tilt, and you may ask, well, why do all that and then tilt? But it's to build the layers and the depth. And the results that you're going to see are absolutely fabulous. The pearl cells came in the center just where I wanted them because I put the satin enamel in there with the gold. And it turned out to be a gorgeous kind of smoky gray. And it just turned out beautiful. Of course, there's some marbling looks there in areas as well. And I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by today. I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these blending techniques. I love them, and you'll see a lot more of them as my work gets more intricate. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next pour.